They say some things are better left unseen, but we're going to look anyway. So today we got 5 scary videos, guys, okay? So lock the doors, turn off the lights. This is CJ, this is CJ Spooks, and let's get into it, shall we?
Something deeply unsettling was caught on camera during a live television broadcast at the Cannes Film Festival, right in the middle of a press conference featuring actor Johnny Depp.
Good
As
old
Depp was
Johnny.
fielding questions from journalists, something completely unexpected unfolded.
Patient with me, I'll put it that way.
Do you feel that the tide is changing toward you doing major studio films again?
We're discussing.
Whoa, do you see that then?
Boycotted by. We're discussing.
Dog.
Did I feel boycotted?
Idiot.
Did I feel boycotted?
That's a shadow
Any
one
warning,
there.
A dark, semi-transparent figure shot through the crowd of reporters at a speed that defied all logic. There's simply no way this could have been a person. No human being is physically capable of moving that fast.
We're discussing.
The footage from that press conference remains publicly available on the official Cannes Film Festival channel, uploaded as an ordinary video with no special attention drawn to it. Nobody present appeared to register the presence of this entity whatsoever. Feel free to pull up the original footage and judge it with your own eyes. So tell us, how do you make sense of what's shown there? On what seemed like a completely unremarkable
Well, I think we got a shadow bugger caught on camera. I think he was feeling a bit left out, and he thought, you know what? I mean, maybe he was an old actor or something saying, I'm still here, I'm still here. Very strange.
afternoon, a woman was relaxing in an armchair, casually browsing her phone. Nothing about the scene suggested anything was wrong, until something deeply unsettling unfolded, all of it recorded by a security camera that happened to be running in that very room.
Whoa. Wow. Yeah. See, that's a smart thing. Turn the light on straight away.
Without any warning, something appears from behind the chair and makes contact with the top of her head. She instantly leaps to her feet in a panic, so startled that she pulls the armchair along with her.
Didn't see that. Wow.
As she scrambles away. She frantically scans the
Wait there. Wait, no. Right. Let me move my camera for you guys. Right. Move it back a tiny bit. Right, watch this now. Let me make sure my camera isn't in the way.
Something appears from behind the chair and makes contact with the top of her head. She instantly leaps to her feet in a panic, so startled that she pulls the armchair along with her as she scrambles away. She frantically scans the room, trying to make sense of what just occurred, yet there is visibly nothing there. Now here's where it gets really interesting. When investigators slow the footage down and go back through it frame by frame, what touched her head becomes much clearer.
It's a hand.
And it bears a striking resemblance to a hand. What makes it even more chilling is that the size and shape of that hand appear to match those of a young child. Shaken by the experience, the woman uploads the clip to her social media pages. She also films a follow-up video where she walks viewers through exactly what she went through that evening, and that's when the story takes an even darker turn.
Que é uma porta que tem aqui. Eu vou mostrar agora pra vocês que não tem porta nenhuma. Pronto, tá aqui, ó, a poltrona onde eu estava, o carregador, a câmera ali. Aqui não tem porta, tá? Aí aqui, quando deitar, a pessoa vai mexer aqui, ó, na minha cabeça. Vai aparecer aqui, gente.
In this second recording, she admits she has no rational explanation for what occurred. According to her, unsettling things had already been taking place inside her home for a considerable period, strange, recurring incidents that were impossible to dismiss. She stops short of drawing any firm conclusions, and she doesn't claim to have all the answers. She simply raises the idea that something paranormal could be behind these events. After reviewing the footage and listening to everything she describes, the mystery only deepens, no explanation emerges, and ultimately, the truth is. On March 4th...
The thing is, see, right? This is the kind of videos I'm talking about. If there's no reasonable explanation, okay? Let me sort that camera out now. And it isn't faked, that's proof right there. Yeah, that undeniably a hand, isn't it? You know, but I want to know your thoughts in the comments down below.
2026, at roughly 11 o'clock at night, Destiny K is deep in sleep when something completely out of nowhere jolts her awake.
Whoa!
What she didn't realize in that moment was that her home had just been hit by lightning.
Oh.
But that wouldn't be the only thing catching her off guard, because on that very same night, something deeply unsettling was picked up on her cameras. Right at the moment the lightning struck, something occurs inside her bedroom.
Okay. So that's me in bed, there's a TV. Look in this general area, okay? This corner of the room. And tell me if you see what I see.
Right, okay.
The lightning strikes, look in this bottom right corner.
Look in.
Wait for it. There.
We're going to run this footage in slow motion so you can get a better look. Keep in mind that the audio you're hearing wasn't added in post. That sound is exactly what the footage produces when played back at 10% speed. Here's what the camera recorded.
No. I see something again. What was it? I don't know what's trying to be made up of there.
Do you see that?
Yes, yeah, see a black mass shadow.
Tell me that doesn't look like a person sitting on the floor in my bedroom. And then they're gone. And then it's just gone. With this thing.
Destiny herself can't quite
How do you spot that?
identify what's showing up here, but she can clearly make out what looks like the silhouette of a human figure. The image is far from sharp, but there's no denying that something materializes out of nowhere before vanishing just as quickly.
Where I capture the footage, I do not want to go over there, so I'm kind of staying over here. I haven't really sort of crossed this way. I sort of exit out the other door.
And as it turns out, that wasn't the only strange thing her cameras captured
here we go.
because something else entirely was recorded elsewhere in her home during the same incident.
Literally half the power in this house is out.
In her living room, the security footage shows the fire department showing up to assess the property. They were there to check for any hazards the lightning strike may have caused, but while they were doing their walkthrough, something very odd takes place.
I'll capture on like a security camera that's battery operated, and thank God we had that. Pay attention to this firefighter right here. He keeps looking over at the couch again and again, like as if someone's sitting there and there's not. And this is what
According to the firefighters, they were convinced they could see somebody seated on the couch. Pay close attention to what happens next.
Really?
Yeah, well, invited is right now. Invited is a strong word. I had to say part of my life.
He's going to check. Isaiah, what's he doing? Whoa, that's paranormal, baby. That ain't faked. No. That ain't fake.
On that very same sofa where they believed someone was sitting, the back cushion slowly rises, almost as if a person had just stood up and walked away. Now, the straightforward explanation would be that one of the firefighters had been leaning against it, and the cushion simply bounced back once they moved.
No.
But here's where it gets genuinely hard to explain. If that's the case, then what do you make of this? Just a few minutes earlier in the same footage, before anyone approached that panel, one of the firefighters sweeps his light across the couch and reveals the following.
You know what, actually? I knew you did. That's the very corner of the dark.
Oh, still there, look.
There you go. All I need are
Here's my theory, right? Now, there was something there when the lightning fly. I couldn't really make it out that well, right? Do you think that the lightning, when it strike, it given enough energy to the surrounding area, which manifested what was there? So the scary thing about that is it is actually someone sat on the floor in her bedroom while she's asleep, and the lightning striking the house gives it enough electrical charge to manifest itself. So it's always there. That's crazy, Alice. And why, like, all this is now being caught is because of the electrical, of the lightning strike, because it maybe has charged the entire area now, and this entity now is feeding off the charge in the air. It does leave a charge in the air, doesn't it? You can, like on a day when it's thunder and lightning, the air seems like thick and sticky, like it's a charge in the air. Let me know your thoughts.
Nobody was anywhere near that sofa at this point, yet the cushion impression begins to fade and lift, as though someone had risen from where they'd been sitting, almost like a presence retreating from the light. None of the firefighters caught this on the night it happened, and neither did Destiny, until she sat down and combed through every second of footage looking for anything unusual. But while going through everything, she spotted something else she'd completely overlooked, and there's a good chance you missed it too while watching these clips. Earlier in the footage, right around the time the firefighter kept glancing toward the couch as if someone was there, watch what unfolds.
I didn't even know.
I'm looking at the couch. You can sense it, look.
Whatever he kept sensing on that sofa was clearly bothering him enough that he couldn't stop looking over. Maybe he was trying to rationalize it, but every glance only seemed to deepen the confusion. Then, without explanation, a lit candle suddenly goes dark.
I didn't even notice
shortly
that.
after, a second one does the same. When you factor in both candles going out alongside two firefighters independently believing they saw a figure on that couch, the whole thing becomes genuinely difficult to shake. Given everything that unfolded that night, it's hard to blame Destiny for wondering whether something paranormal was present in her home. But
I think
as
it is
usually the case with footage like this, no definitive answer has been reached. There haven't been any updates since, and for now, this one remains unexplained. As always, drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know what you think.
If you are still here and you were enjoying this video, guys, please hit that like button for me. It really does help. And if you want to see more scary content like this, hit that subscribe button. The support is very much appreciated. Right, let's get back to it. Well, I think that something definitely paranormal was caught there, 100%. You know, it's stuff like that I think, like the one previous before. There's no logical explanation for it, but it all adds up. the lightning strike maybe has manifested what was there, charging the entire area with electrical interference or whatever you want to call it. Now it's giving this entity and the opportunity to feed off that and manipulate, and then maybe that's what, once it all dies down now, maybe the entity won't be able to do nothing, if that makes sense. If I made any sense here, guys.
What the hell is that? Hey!
A man was relaxing at home one evening when he realized his dog was nowhere to be found inside the house. It was well into the night, so he headed outside to track the animal down, and what he encountered stopped him cold. His dog was planted in the middle of the yard, completely still, staring into the darkness ahead. Something about it felt deeply wrong.
Dogs
He
can
called the
tell.
dog's name, but got nothing, no reaction, no movement. He pulled out his phone and started recording. He didn't actually sit down and review the footage until much later, and when he finally did, something in the video caught him completely off guard. There was a tall, humanoid shape moving away into the blackness. The person who posted it points out that you can make out the silhouette of this figure as it retreats toward the tree line. Personally, I've gone back and watched this multiple times without much success picking it out, but others who've seen it claim to have had better luck. Some viewers who zoomed in and enhanced the footage say they could make out a towering creature with a face resembling bare bone. Others describe it as having an almost misty, ethereal quality. There's no shortage of theories floating around, but only one of them can actually be right. I'll leave the judgment to you. Take a close look at what was captured and let me know what you think you're seeing.
Yeah, I can see something moving, definitely.
What the hell is that? Hey!
This next clip was recorded by a lone
Well, with the dog being there as well, I think that gives more validity to the video. Obviously, the dog can see it, sense it, you know, kind of trying to work it out. And there was definitely something there. What it was, I don't know.
security guard working the overnight shift at a large school, making his rounds to ensure the entire building was safe and secure. Late into one of his shifts, as he moved through the hallways, he began getting the unsettling feeling that something or someone was trailing behind him, and strange sounds started filling the silence. See for yourself.
Les digo, y estoy yo solo.
Eerie noises echo from somewhere deep within the building, and as he pushes further into his search, he ends up capturing something that sends a chill straight through him.
Yeah, ooh.
What sounds unmistakably like a distant scream rings out from somewhere inside the school, rattling the guard badly. When he later looked into the history of the building, he found that 2 students had actually died in that very same hallway. Then, as he steps into one of the classrooms, this is what unfolds. Chairs that had been stacked on top of the tables suddenly crash to the floor by themselves the moment he walks in, and when he rushes over to investigate, there's not a soul in sight. After going back through the security footage, he realized the cameras had also picked up something disturbing the following night, and what he saw stopped him cold.
Oigan, miren, no sé si alcancen a ver allí en la ventana. Ahí, que se vea algo, ¿sí ven?
Oh, look, look, look.
Ven,
There's something there. It's a shadow there.
si alcanzan a ver la sombra.
A shadowy figure is visible peering through the glass panel of the door before slipping back around the corner. The incidents keep escalating, and with every passing shift, his fear of being inside that building is growing harder to ignore. The TikTok page you're looking at belongs to a French woman who has appeared on this channel previously. She's been recording a string of bizarre and deeply unsettling experiences, most of which seem to take place in her child's room.
Oh. Oh! You're haunted. Oh. Just that floor creaking, man, just gives the old video that sense in it, like, oh, that's just a creepy old house.
Strange events like these have been occurring in her home for a while now, but a video she posted recently left her entire following completely rattled.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh, what's that? Wow. Oh, no, be gone. Oh, there's someone stood behind her. Oh no, this is... Oh. Oh, imagine seeing that.
As always, items begin moving without anyone touching them. Then, the moment the camera pans toward the window, something stops you cold. Caught in the reflection, you can make out a tall, shadowy figure standing motionless right behind her. It was the first time anything like that had ever shown up on her footage. Visibly shaken, she wastes no time getting out of that room. Some viewers are fully convinced this is genuine, that something supernatural has taken hold of her home. Others aren't so sure, suspecting it could be an elaborate hoax. So where do you stand? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
You're haunted. There's only two ways it can go. It's either an elaborate hoax or she's haunted. And it looks pretty genuine to me. Like, I believe in this stuff. And everyone just puts it off. Oh, doesn't matter, logic, this. And I know AI ruins everything these days, but I generally believe that this is genuine footage. And I believe that she caught something she didn't want to catch. And like, it all goes back to the old saying, oh, I won't believe it until I experience it myself. But would you actually like to experience that yourself? Because I know I wouldn't. I mean, I always have that thought in my head, well, until I actually see it myself. Now, I've had strange experiences. I'm not going to go into them here, which I can't explain, and I go logically, but there's no other explanation other than this. You know, but I wouldn't want to experience that myself. No, thank you.
2020, a TikTok user going by Laura Blonde uploaded a clip that exploded across the internet. Racking up around 3 million views, the footage was shot one evening while she was out at a bar with friends. Her group had intended to capture a fun moment together, but what ended up on camera was something far more disturbing.
This game.
In 2020, a TikTok user going by Laura Blonde uploaded a clip that exploded across the internet. Racking up around 3 million views, the footage was shot one evening while she was out at a bar with friends. Her group had intended to capture a fun moment together, but what ended up on camera was something far more disturbing.
Oh, what was that then?
Over on the far right of the frame, a ghostly face slowly materialized out of the darkness, hovering directly behind her and eerily.
Oh, I didn't move the camera last time. Let's move the camera. Right, here we go.
Inching forward. After the video made the rounds, viewers were unsettled to spot the shadowy presence lurking just over her shoulder, something she herself appeared completely unaware of. With its hollow black eyes and deathly pale complexion, this figure looks like it was pulled straight from a horror film. And if you're watching this right before you turn the lights off for the night, I'm truly sorry you had to see that.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Some very convincing footage there, in my opinion. But I want to know your thoughts on it too. Now, if you are enjoying this content, there is more for you to binge on. There is a playlist right here and a playlist right here. So, thanks for watching. It's all. Stay safe, and as always, fill yourself full of love. It will protect you. CJ out.